Hey guys, Mustang here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to look at the Int, Trunks and GIRU, the banner unit for the Tech Dokkan Fest Pan. We're going to see how they are at 55%. I'm not necessarily expecting a huge amount from them by themselves, but of course, like many side banner units, they are designed to complement Pans. I mean, if you summon on her banner and you pull them and not her, then obviously that's not really what you want, but you'll see when we go through their stats and everything how well they are designed to work alongside her. So they have a Bond of Friendship leader skill. Their super attack is greatly raised attack for 1 turn, does supreme damage to the enemy and lowers defense. It's always a little bit annoying when these side banner support units have like attack raising, when obviously the main reason why you bring them on the team is for the support. You kind of want them to have defense raising, but they change AGL and Tech Key Spheres to Int, so they create a lot of Int orbs. They get attack and defense 120%. They give Bond of Friendship, GT Heroes and Dragon Ball Seekers allies 1 key and attack and defense 20%. This is the kind of support buff that stacks. So if a unit is in all 3 of those, they get 3 key and 60%. If they're in 2, they get 2 key 40. So obviously Pan is in all 3 of those. Then they get an additional attack and defense 120% with 3 or more key spheres obtained. They get an additional attack and defense 120% and debuff all enemies' attack by 20% with 5 or more key spheres obtained. And then they give all allies an extra 2 key and attack and defense 10%, as well as a 10% chance to crit if they get 7 orbs. So that is a lot of extra buffs. That's like 240% extra attack and defense if you can pick up 5 orbs. And then of course the extra support if you get the 7. So they could definitely jump up a significant amount in numbers. Now obviously they're 55%. I haven't given them a silver skill orb yet because I haven't really decided, without really using them, I haven't really decided what like hidden potential abilities I want to give them, because if you give them additional, like all they do is greatly raise attack on super, but they're never really going to do crazy damage. So it's the same argument for not necessarily giving them crit. And then you could give them dodge because, you know, they are a support unit, you don't want them to take too many attacks. But I don't know, dodge, going full dodge on supports feels a little bit less valuable nowadays with the events that cancel dodge and stuff. I don't know, so we'll see. But as you can see, we changed so many orbs here that we are easily able to get our 7 orbs. So once we pick up the orbs, we are at 233k defense. So not too crazy, but again, 55%. Putting them in slot 1 against Vegeta is probably a little bit dangerous, but since we have the Pan on rotation, she potentially would just kill him in this second phase if we put her in slot 1. So we are going to eat a super, so we will take damage from this. Yeah, 100k. 1.94. Ooh, that is not the craziest. Again, 55% support unit. I gotta temper my expectations a little bit. Remember that the Goten and Trunks on the rotation, the AGL GT guys, they don't support this unit because they support Goku family or Vegeta family. And obviously because the card is Trunks and GIRU, the card is not on Vegeta family. So obviously they do not give him the support. They do share, I think it's 4 links with the GT Gohan and Goten, who support GT Heroes. But because they're Gohan and Goten, and therefore they are siblings bond unit, they're not on Pan's leader skill, because Pan has Bond of Friendship and Dragon Ball Seekers. And then obviously her extra 30% is for GT Heroes. So I think we can go ahead and let's float off the Goku just so we can help out with the unit super for the other Pan. So we'll go ahead and do this. I mean, obviously we're just going to finish him off this turn anyway, so might as well grab orbs here, and then we'll see. Because I do like the amount of support that they give is obviously pretty crazy. On the next rotation, in fact, we could put, because we're going to finish him off this turn, we could put Pan in slot 1 and see the benefit that she's going to get. Because obviously Pan in slot 1 gets that extra attack buff. So with the buffs that she's going to get from Trunks and GIRU, then she's obviously potentially going to look... Although I say that, this is meant to be a showcase for them, so I really shouldn't do that. Let's go ahead and... Of course, we got... Look at that. With the orb changing, we created so many Int orbs. And then look how many of them are like gated off by these like physical orbs. So I think we will put Pan in slot 1. So she is getting a lot of support from them. The friend is only 55%, by the way. So let's go ahead. She's at what? 217k. They're at 160. So if we do this, and then what orbs give extra attack for you? Is it AGL and STR? Yes. So if we get the STR orbs here, we can give everyone an attack buff. She's gone up to 225k defense, and they're at 300k. They do share a good few links with the Broly trio, including solid support. Obviously, they are very low link levels. I've run them through the link level stage a couple of times, so they're obviously very low. But yeah, that's actually not bad, to be fair. 300k defense after picking up all their orbs. So we'll see what kind of damage they do. Hopefully Pan doesn't go full-on beast mode because, you know, yeah, 4.65 million. If she gets her additional super, she probably just kills him. But although actually, she crit on that one and it didn't do as much damage as I thought. So just don't get the hidden potential additional as well. There we go. All right, 2.5. I mean, at the end of the day, the attack stats are not really what we're looking for with this unit because, again, if you pick up the 7 orbs, Pan, who's the main unit that they're here to support, is getting 70% attack and defense from them. So that is a pretty considerable amount of attack and defense support from these guys. And I mean, 300k defense, nowadays, if you're going into like the red zone and stuff like that, 300k defense is not going to be enough to cut it against like type neutral bosses or even type disadvantage bosses a lot of the time. But it's still not terrible. Alright, so do you get extra links from Goku? You do. Actually, let's just... Well, we don't get any support from... I was going to say, we don't get support for Trunks and GIRU from this Trunks and Goten, but they do actually give them a decent amount of links. I think this AGL Trunks and Goten is actually one of their best link partners. They have like 5 links with them, so it's just unfortunate that they don't support them, because obviously that rotation would be super good if they were actually getting the support from them as well, because then that would be the perfect rotation, just have them together. Although, again, I say that, I'm talking about the perfect rotation, I guess, for a showcase environment, because realistically, if you're running the Pan team, so you're running double Pan, you're just going to be running this Trunks and GIRU in slot 3 anyway as a support unit, right? So you can have them on rotation with both of the Pans alternating, giving that all that support, and then making her look good. So the more I think about it, I think since they've got no way to raise their defense, and there are, you know, there are only a few fights in the game that cancel dodge. So I think maybe dodge is like the best way to go for them. I'm not too sure, but let's see. I love the unit super attack thing coming up all the time is my favourite. So share 2 links. I mean, I guess Pan's not going to kill, right? Even if she like double crits or whatever. So let's do this. And then we'll do this. So easily, that's the one major takeaway from this as well, is that their extra support, whilst it is gated behind picking up 7 orbs, we haven't had an issue getting that, right? Especially if they are going to be a slot 3 unit. The only time we had the issue potentially getting the orbs was the turn where I wanted to put them in slot 1, which realistically, when you use them on your team, you're not going to be putting them in slot 1. So that gives you the opportunity to, of course, pick up the orbs with the other units and set up the field. Because, I mean, they changed so many orbs to in. You can pick up, like we did on this turn, with getting some orbs for Pan on slot 1. You can pick up orbs around them with the other units, and then just get all the orbs that you need. But yeah, they're taking 38k from the Int Vegeta, which is not great. So yeah, I think dodge is probably best for them, because even on their best turn, if they like double super double crit, they're not going to be doing like crazy amounts of damage anyway. And you want them on the team for the support, but you don't want them to be a huge liability. So I think going full dodge probably is the way to go. So let's go ahead and... Is the skip on? Because I just want to get through this phase. Yeah, the skip is on. Let's use the active skills here. And of course we don't crit. That end screen is great though. I do like the end screen for Pan's active skill. we'll float off them. In fact, if we give the STR orbs, we're going to get the extra attack buff. And then Pan will easily finish off Vegeta. This is my Pan that has 2 dupes as well now. I fed the dupes in. 7.2. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, so now we got type disadvantage. This is a good turn for them though, because we have these guys in slot 3 to provide the link. So they have every single link except Courage and Brainiacs, and they are at 147k. And then yeah, see again this turn with the way the orbs are like spread out, we can just grab these for Pan, and then it connects up all of these int orbs. In fact, we almost missed out, but there you go, we get 7, and then we can grab those. So we haven't failed to get 7 orbs a single time. So overall, I would say that they are a pretty good support. At 55%, obviously they're not really very impressive. Their main role, of course, is just going to be on Pan's team because they give him so much support. Would I run them on like just a general GT Heroes team of like the Super Saiyan 4s and stuff? Probably not, because, you know, their support is very much drastically cut down if the units are not in all of those different categories. And bringing a support unit on the team that's only going to support like the Super Saiyan 4s like 20%. There are obviously better support units than that. So, but overall, I mean, they're not bad. Mine have a dupe, so I probably will go for giving them some extra dodge. I mean, on this rotation with that defensive link, even though it was only a normal attack, they did only take double-digit damage from the physical Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. So, I mean, that's not terrible, but obviously the Vegeta event is not particularly difficult. So, if you find yourself in, like, you know, Red Zone Broly or any Red Zone boss who's a physical boss, they are not going to be tanking normal attacks for double digits. So let me know what you guys think down below. Trunks and GIRU, 55%. They're not terrible. It's kind of like the Ginyu Force side banner units, where if like you summoned for Pan, but you only got Trunks and GIRU, then it'd be a little bit disappointing, because I feel like their only real like true home is on her team. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master again. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.